Travis,
Okay,
who's on
Travis.
the phone. Hey, Travis, how's it going?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. What's happening in your life today?
I just want to say thank you for taking my call. God bless you guys. I really appreciate it. Just to give you a quick little rundown what's going on, I've known my wife for 9 years, been married for 8. We've had our ups and downs. Just recently, the last 3 months, we've both decided that to separate, and we have our own places. And just the past month or so, I've had a change of heart, and I've been seeking God like I've never have before, and He has showed me a lot of revelation of what I didn't do in my marriage. And I wanted to blame her so much, but He showed me, hey, Travis, you know what? This is what you didn't do. Don't worry about her. This is what you didn't do. And with all that said, I've had a change of heart. I want this to work. We have four children together.
What's her attitude about all this?
I'm sorry?
What's her attitude about all of this?
Well, in the beginning, she helped me find a place. She said that she still loved me, but this is kind of what we need to do, because we were living like roommates for the past 6 months. We were just not communicating, and as a man of the house, that was my fault. I should have been a man of God and took care of my house, and I didn't. I let God out of my relationship.
Well, and Travis, this decision came on the heels of going for therapy, getting help, really working on your marriage?
We have gone to counseling with our pastors. We both serve in church. We've been going to church for 8 years.
But you got into some marital therapy?
Not therapy. We've just gone to counseling and throughout the years, and things would be fine. And I think we just both decided that counseling's not really doing anything, and there's no hope for us. So
let me ask you this.
Call it. Yes.
If I was talking to her, what would she say? If I said, okay, so what's the deal? What's the big reason you're not willing to take a second look at this? What would she say?
Right now, she's saying we just don't belong together.
But if I confronted her a little bit about that and dug a little deeper and said, I don't want to talk about all those concepts like that, but what is it about this man that makes him not right for you right now after knowing him 9 years and married
4
8?
kids?
Right. Well, that's why I'm calling.
What would she say?
I don't understand why she's hardened her heart towards me now.
What do you think's the worst thing that you've ever done to offend her?
Well, I put my hands on her.
You hit her.
And, she, like I said, we had ups and downs, and she committed adultery in our first year of marriage with her ex-husband.
Oh, it's too
And
bad.
I have forgiven her for that. I've never spoke about it. And we kind of just went on with life. And the 2 older boys are from her previous marriage, and I took them on at a very young age. And then we have 2 children of our own. And I'm not saying it's right what I've done. I've gone to counseling. I haven't done anything to her for the past 2 years. And it wasn't everyday abuse. It was, I think it happened 2 or 3 times. I didn't really, it wasn't like I, walked right up and just put my hands on her. It just became, it turned into an argument.
Now let me ask you this.
Now
let me ask you this. If I was her and I said to you, well, the only way I could come back is if I knew that part of you was totally gone. Tell me what you've done to be sure that nothing like that could ever happen again.
Okay.
What would you tell her?
I have gone to counseling for that.
How much counseling did you get?
That is past me. That is behind me.
Okay, how much counseling did you get? What about that?
We went, I think, 3 times for that.
You have you have enough anger and rage in you to hit a woman, and you're telling me that what you've done is 3 counseling sessions. To me, that's not the way to win back the heart of a woman who's been hurt.
Okay.
Now, I think you need to step it up a little bit if you have any hope. I think you've got to step up your program, and you need to be sure you're meeting with a men's group and you've got an accountability partner, and that she sees that you've put together a whole program to grow in character. I don't know that that's going to save your marriage, but it's your best chance. Just telling her that you're praying harder and God's really revealed. Now it sounds like that you're bragging about your spirituality after you've hit her. You see what I mean? It's like the person that hurt her is now standing up like they're all good. And so I think you've got to really combat that. And so let's hear what Jill
and that moment where you were just vulnerable with us, Travis, on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, what a difference between you kind of talking globally about the ups and downs in your marriage and when you admitted that to us. That's the vulnerability you need to bring to her that owns your part. You're not responsible for the whole downfall of the marriage, but you have a part.
I did want to mention that I've done nothing for the last 2 years. I didn't actually hit her. I've put my hands on her neck and pushed her away and told her, hey, you need to.
And that's good that you haven't done anything.
Don't your mouth down. I've never physically actually hit her with a fist.
Okay.
But
so,
I'm not saying what I did was right. I mean, there's no reason to put your hands on anybody. And I've
Travis
corrected. Yeah.
I hear you wanting us to know that you've worked on this and that you really are good, because I hear that you feel really bad about what you did.
No, I do. And then, like I said, this happened 2 years ago, and then we've kind of went into this where we just decided to split. She's hardened her heart towards me, and she said, leave me alone. We're never going to be together.
Okay.
And it's just like, well, wait a minute. I mean, 8 years of marriage and 4 children, how can you act like that? And that's kind of what I'm having a hard time with. I'm trying to deal with.
That's why I ask you, what is it that hurt her so badly? And you told me it was you putting your hands on her. It's got to be really bad for a woman to say, I'm going to put my kids through a divorce.
Again.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm calling, because because when we split, she did not even mention that at all. She just said, hey, we're just not getting along. Let's just, we're showing the negativity in front of the children, which we were. We're having attitudes towards each other.
Travis, what this proves is that, this isn't behind you. You keep saying that, well, this all behind me, or this pushing, or her coming at me, or this reactivity is behind me. Actually, it's not. You can't say that until you get back in those situations again and you put the two of you in the same room and you try and have a conversation. It's then that the two of you get highly reactive, and then you deteriorate to whatever you are. And that's why you need to be in what we call couples therapy, where we don't just go to 3 times of counseling and believe we're healed, delivered, or that's gone, or it's over, where we really have to understand where these reactive patterns come from. Your wife is getting angry and coming at you for a reason. You get angry and come at her for a reason. Those reactivity patterns on the inside have been forgiven by Christ. They're completely forgiven, but they're behaviorally and relationally and emotionally embedded and encoded in each one of your emotional DNA. And you can't escape them unless you really learn what they are and learn to develop new patterns for coping, communicating, and connecting. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
If you want to make this work, you jump into 2 years of couples therapy every week.
Right.
And you go to a New Life weekend where you're throwing everything you can at the relationship. What were you going to say, Jill?
You said it. I was going to say you have to make a commitment to 2 years of therapy is a good length of time.
3 times? Okay. It's not over.
No, it's not.
All right. I'm going to send you, I'll send you Healing is a Choice, and hope that will help. I'm going to send you How We Love, because you're in there. You're one of those personality types, and I hope that there can be some healing there.